That smiling titan that had harness for Dina, was it actually out for revenge on Eren and his mom? What's up guys, Fox in here. Today, let's delve into a little something from the latest Attack on Titan chapter. It's about Dina, that Joker gassed up smiling titan. You might have already seen my review on the chapter. I originally only brought her up very briefly. And it's strange, but it seems that Dina got the most attention out of this chapter. There were so many of you asking questions about her on my review. The main takeaway was, how did Dina straight out ignore Bert and instead go straight into the town to find Grisha and his wife? If you haven't heard it before, this has been a popular idea or theory about Dina for a while, that the Dina Titan had killed Grisha's wife Carla out of revenge. And by extension, she went ahead and tracked down Eren during that second encounter to take him out too. A slightly different version of this is that the Dina Titan was able to sense and locate Grisha and his family. This was how she was able to find Carla and later Eren. To begin, let me first mention that I never really fully bought into this idea. Was it possible? I mean sure, it could be one of many possibilities, but it didn't have me fully convinced. Fast forward a few months or a year, you now have more information about the Titans. But let me get back to this. As for Dina in the current Attack on Titan chapter 96, a lot of people have commented how Dina avoided Bert to set out on her little revenge mission. That just seems so strange. I mean, you have a Titan shifter right fricking there. The chance to turn back into a human was within arm's reach, but no. Dina decided against it. Finding Grisha was much more important. As for how I saw this scene, my takeaway was pretty different. You got this small boy on the side versus a whole buffet of people right in front of you. Keep in mind that these districts have 20,000 people or more. That's a lot of bodies. To me, it didn't seem strange at all. Of course she was gonna ignore him. Compared to that little crumb on the side, 20,000 plus other bodies seemed a lot more delicious. Also, keep in mind, this wasn't the first time you've seen a Titan ignore humans. Remember that giant ass turkey Titan? It completely ignored the survey corps to go directly for one of the districts, even though the district was much further away. But back to Dina. I do have a few takeaways about her specific Titan from this. A lot of people have thought that she could have been an abnormal Titan, and this was really due to how she killed Carla. It was really weird how she first killed Carla before eating her. As for that revenge theory, this is where it comes from. People were thinking she wanted revenge on Carla since Grisha got a new wife. Except as far as we know, she should have had no idea about this. Unless you just default blame it on Pats, which could be the case, but then you could blame everything on that. But anyway, the thing about this scene is that it was only in the anime. The manga version of this had her crushing Carla, and then she ate her. So Carla had already been crushed when she first got picked up. Why did this get changed in the anime? As far as we know, Mr. Isayama had been heavily involved in anime production. He could have been the one to approve or suggest this change himself. If the buffet wasn't the reason that Dina ignored Bert, then this is strong evidence for her being an abnormal. On the other hand, suppose that Dina was a mindless Titan. It still is interesting that Bert got ignored. Supposedly, these mindless Titans are trying to eat humans, so by chance they happen to eat a shifter. That way, they could revert back to being human. But that wasn't the case here. At the very least, it tells us that shifters and humans are treated equally by Titans. These monsters exist simply to kill. So, was Dina out for revenge on Carla or just trying to find Grisha? For either of these, I wasn't fully convinced. I mean, on one hand, you got your wife that became a Titan, waited around 13 years to get inside, and then she just happens to find and kill your new wife? If this turned out to be a coincidence, it would be strange. Super strange. But then, wouldn't it also be weird if it wasn't by chance? With this new chapter, we got some evidence for that. Here's an idea or theory that's been around for a while. During Dina's last moment, you saw her declaring that she would find Grisha no matter what. Then boom, Titan explosion. This right here could explain the motivation for abnormal Titans, at least for Dina. Her dying wish was to find Grisha. Somehow, her Titan was given this ability to track Grisha down. It'd be similar to Eren first turning into a Titan. He transformed into one with a purpose in mind. If this was the case, then the smiling Titan was able to locate Grisha's home either by smell or through paths. A worst case scenario on top of that could have been that Carla might have been pregnant. Let's hope that wasn't the case. Alright, so taking a step back, putting everything together, you got Dina's Titan that by chance found and killed Grisha's wife after a 13-year gap. You then got her Titan finding Eren and Mikasa in the middle of nowhere. Now we see her again. Dina ignored her one chance to become a human and locate Grisha instead. 2 times had me questioning it. but after this third time, it has to mean something. That being said, let me also bring this up too. It was in that moment right after Dina turned into a Titan. Notice how even though Grisha is right next to her, she instead goes off. If Dina really was after Grisha, why did she take off? Why not stick around for at least a little bit? So back to the question, was Dina really after Grisha? If you assume that she was, this scene right after she became a Titan instead could tell us something about abnormal Titans. An abnormal Titan could be something that eventually develops over time. After waiting over a decade, Dina was guided by pass or scent. She found Mikasa, the new wife, and the new son. It turns out that Dina's last wish came true. Unfortunately, it helped guide this killing machine straight to her husband and anyone close to him. But hey, that's just an Attack on Titan theory. Now let me know your thoughts. Question of the day. Do you think Dina was really after Grisha? Or could it possibly have been some weird coincidence? What do you also think this tells us about abnormal Titans? Please be sure to give this video a colossal thumbs up and subscribe, especially if you enjoy these Attack on Titan videos. Be sure to take a look at my WarHammer theory video, and my video on what will happen when all Titan powers are reunited. Enjoy, and I'll see you guys later.